Mark, let me end with this question. Clearly you are something of a naysayer. There are plenty of people who've stood up and said similar things throughout the last decade, 2 decades, and ultimately the U.S. certainly figures out a way to get by, as do most other countries, and global growth resumes, and many of those predictions do not come to pass. Why are you confident, sitting here and talking about what you are, that ultimately this time is different?
Well, I think we went into this crisis with an unprecedented debt level. And if you compare, for instance, the Depression years, in the Depression years we didn't have credit cards and we didn't have unfunded liabilities from Social Security, from Medicare, from Medicaid. These are all debts that will come due, that have to be paid by the government. And eventually this fiscal deficit will lead to a government debt that will then, because of its increasing size, lead to sharply rising interest burden. In other words, in 10 years' time, I would estimate that between 30 to 50% of tax revenues will be spent on the interest payments on the government debt, and that will then prove to be a huge problem and necessitate the monetization, essentially, of the debt, and that will lead to a weak dollar.
And devaluation. We haven't even talked about Japan. Mr. Faber, this is Mr. Faber saying thank you.